Hello.
Sorry about that, guys. You have dropped in just in time to see me start the day with a follow by. Fantastic. So if things are a little bit pokier for you, do bear with me. So I've killed all the queues for now, and then I'm setting them. I'm going to double check to make sure there's not much in them before we... Okay. Where is that one? Oh, that's not the one. Okay, so it looks like the queues are waiting. Let's try resume and see what happens, and cross our fingers that everything is okay. This. Okay. I think I got it, but it's a bit of a mess. So we had a bazillion people following. Okay, let's see if I can find my emergency audio button. There we go. Alrighty. So let's hope that actually works better. Cross our fingers. So there's a reason I built an emergency kill button in my Stream Deck, because it allows me to shut down everything. I'm just trying to remember which button it was actually attached to, because there's two different versions of my command that I've got set up. They do different things. But the... Okay, which does what? Sorry for the confusion. Okay, so it missed one other piece. It just hides everything and lets it go through, which is not what I wanted, so it's just action. Unaction. I just want to tell it to... what I should probably do one of these days is set up a window so that when I am mucking around with the commands, you guys can see what's going on.
Following
It's just kind of like curiosity.
the leader.
For a second there, Drama, you gave me a bit of a heart attack. You came in just in time for me to get hit by and then clear a follow bomb. So we'll just have... It's the first time I've ever had that happen, but thankfully I freaked out in advance and had been somewhat prepared. Okay, where's the global kill switch? There we go. Perfect. Alrighty. Blah blah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So, let's hope I never ever ever have to use that button again. But, you know, nice. Well, that's okay. You know, your timing is perfect because I'd actually rather have that happen. Alrighty. Okay, well, looks like we should be in good stead now. Cross our fingers. But yeah. One of the things I like, just giving you guys a quick heads up before we roll into the day. One of the things I quite like about the bot that I use is, I use StreamerBot, but I can use C# inside the StreamerBot. And then also queue starts and stops and so on and so forth. When a bomb like that hits, I just have a big red button on my screen that says emergency. The mods also have access to that command, so they can hit, if they need to, they can hit ! emergency. And that gives a little apology to everybody about what's going on, throws it into follower only chat mode and unique chat so you can't spam messages, and it stops all the notification queues. And then from my side, or any of the moderators can do it, is then they can go and clear all of those queues, anything that's waiting, absolutely everything, whether it be even point redeems, champion stuff, you name it, then all those queues get cleared out, wiped entirely, and we can restart them from scratch. So yeah. Yeah, definite thanks to, I think I had the name of Nate, who created StreamerBot, and then a couple of people, I think I was watching, I'm trying to remember whether it was Andy Lippy, Goman, or Nutty. But anyways, one of those three YouTube guys basically walked you through how to create emergency kill switches just in case. Oh, okay, let me shut that audio. The game is being a bit weird, so give me one quick second. Spotify. Trying a different playlist, but it looks like it's not liking that as much. So, strangely enough, some of the stream beats lists are nice and quiet, and so they seem to work fine when you have them set to an auto level, but other ones are getting pretty loud. Excellent. All right. So, yeah, butterflies are pretty bad this morning, and I don't know why. Woke up this morning to some really weird internal monologue harassment for myself this morning. I'm kind of puzzled as to what set that off, because I can't think of anything that would have triggered that. But it was not polite, let's put it that way. So, yeah. So I guess mentally starting from a deficit, but we're going to go up from here because I say so. What's that? I have one of those because I say so. So, for those of you that may have missed what was going on the last week or so, I made an addition to... Thanks, PP Zerg, I really appreciate that. I made an addition to the rather standard, run-of-the-mill basic chicken cooker to have it so that... I'm getting duplicate sound. Give me a quick sec here. Option... come on. Alright. So I made an addition to the chicken cooker, which is loud enough as it is. All those stupid monsters. And I have just a few cows. I'm not quite sure why I've made so many cows. There was a reason at the time, but anyway. But the chicken cooker jazz that's going on underneath is all really just a sorting system, and it spits out that I only get to keep the chicken. Feathers, I got a barrel, and then of course anything that's overflow backs up into a dropper, I believe, in that one, and it just spits out into lava and goes goodbye. So, because nobody really needs even as many as a barrel of feathers, it's not yet. But they're always handy to have for books and so on and so forth. Alrighty. So, why did I... Oh, okay. I figured out why I was grabbing chicken and having it in two different places. Okay. So, over the course of the weekend, thought, oh yeah, I'm going to work on stuff, and couldn't quite get my head in the game for working on what I originally intended to. So, this is better. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to work on the actually building the chicken stall. I don't think I had signs in it. You know, I really wish I had that mod that would tell you. Yeah, I didn't know. Mod that would list out optionally everything that you've got hiding in your logger box. That'd be useful. And they give you some, but if it's not in the first couple of slots, you're not going to see it. Okay, what else? You can see I'm still working on the tower project, so it's sitting in there. Gotta go this way past the tower anyway. I'm not in love with scaffolding, but I'm learning not to crouch on things slowly. So since you guys were last here, we'll come back to it, but since I was here on Thursday, we've got, so Thursday I resized the door, changed the design, changed a little bit of the design here, and then we got part of the clock slot done, and then I went ahead and did the top. So we're going to come back to that, and I'll show you what it looks like at that point. But I figured we had to go through the nether anyways. Might as well. It's not a smart idea to bring the wrong hat. We're getting there. What I will do, being perfectly blunt, is now once I go out, this is actually the hardest. There's an intent to fly back from our shopping district afterwards, Joe, so you definitely will get to see the carpet project. I have not finished it, but I've gotten to the next divider point, and I'll explain why I've gotten so far, and then not completed. Helps if I actually put it on. Alright, yeah, so there will be, to this point, carpet reveal. Actually, since you mentioned it, why don't I just do that? Okay. This thing is big. I actually have not checked out whether or not it's lined up to be able to do map art. It wasn't originally intended to be. So, actually, idly curious. I've never actually flown to see what it's going to do. Go higher, please. Please. Ooh, crash. Okay, let's not do that. Crashing is not high on my list. So, reference here is... I didn't realize I had my tower turned on. So, that's right underneath the... let me get that moved. You. Here. So that's what we're looking at so far. You can see that we've got some work to do. So I made it up to the second vertical divider line, which apparently appears to be thicker than it looks like in the book, but I'm not going to argue with that. It is what it is. Yeah. So this is, for dimension's sake, this is 150 across by 150 vertically, and then I'm going to put a picture frame around the outside of the edge. So, so on that one, you can also sort of see, I'm just going to zoom just a little bit here. There. You can sort of see I've got a line going up through the center section here. When I pixelated the picture I'm working on, try and turn it into the carpet art. But I didn't like the coloring over here. There's actually lime green when that should be snow, so that really bothered me. I really didn't like that. Hey, Joe! I'm not sure why you used an iron to hit somebody, but a little on the violent side, but hey, welcome to the crown. So we'll be taking the lime part of it, but also I noticed that this vertical line on the left-hand side isn't straight. I know it sounds silly, but it really bothered me, because you would think that doing a vertical window, it should be straight, you know? So what I chose to do was recrop the pixture a little bit. Turned out it was I kid you not, 1 degree askew. That's it. When I rotated it, 1 degree, and then repixelated. The line came out vertical, a lot of the lime vanished, and that's great. The other thing I'm going to do is probably swap this cyan to where the shoulder is to make that a little darker, and then maybe make the tunic the bright color. But I'm working so from the line, I'm working my way backwards, definitely off camera. It's part of why it's taking so long, is because I've gotten up to this section, the vertical line towards the right, and I'm working my way back. Fix that part. For me. I guess I missed a popcorn skin last night. My apologies. That's gross. In any case, so in case you're curious, I've got a towel off camera here. So yeah, that's where we're at, and then I'll have that section off to the right, which is going to be an awful lot of blue, and just keep on going. Yeah, that's where we're at. I will cut out that reference for now. And I had the church tower one up earlier. So yeah. I think it might be smarter. I finally had to cave. I did not have sign markers around the outside for a long time, and it makes it so much harder to figure where you're at. Particularly across the top, more than halfway, I didn't have the markers up, and then I really didn't have them down the far side. You can't see them now because they haven't spawned in, but they're definitely there. And that makes such a difference when I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. So yeah, it's one of those projects that is dry as mud to be, or what mud's not good, as I don't know, dry as sand maybe, to be doing on stream. Just because I don't really have the community to do a just chatting style stream just yet. You know, at some point it may come. You know, it may come, may not, whatever. But definitely not something I can get away with on stream yet. Still fussing and planning and mulling over. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Well, we'll take the train for now. Still fussing and mulling over the idea of doing another one, although possibly smaller. We'll see next season, because my theme for next season. At this point, I'm looking at using one of the Catfell Companion map layouts, along with what I could find on the web at the time of map of the town of Shrewsbury, England for real, and just try to back it out and do impression versions, so sort of like fantasy medieval of what a town like that might look like as my main base theme next year. I'm finding Gothic is not something I'm great at, but the townsmen or the townfolk villages, whatever, regular houses and shops and whatnot of that time period is something I'm a little more comfortable faking out. Need to do a lot of research, and I know there will be a good number of YouTube video watchings from one of our favorites at chat, just to get. I know that doorbell's there, but I hate it every time just because it always throws me. Oh, right. Stop. Push. Push. Stop and go for me.
Hello?
Hello? Keeper's Poopers game. You have bad manners. Please shut up. Alright, just realizing box. When I'm hanging out in the area, I have a habit of actually... I'll say it in a second. Oops. Oh, you can go over there. There we go. Alright. That's enough. I have a habit in this area of finding the death snow. Finding the creepers too, but finding the death snow. So not high on my list of today. There is down here a ways a hole, I think. Got a couple of extra pieces in it, but yeah, I've fallen into that hole probably about 8 or 10 times. Haven't died yet, but I don't want to make today the first. Oh, sweet. Forgot the other pieces I was going to bring. Oh well. Not a big deal. I'll fly back later. So, in the vanilla texture set, what they've done with the snow is basically the color of regular snow and death snow is all the same. Like the stuff you can sink in. I never remember its proper name. Hello and good day to you, Stormy Owl. Good to see you. Yeah, that's it'll be an interesting challenge to try and build a place like that next season, and some of my research will involve binging through Noah Dramasmith's videos. I know that it's something that I really want to get better at. Okay, so anyway, proximity to the, yeah, there's the portal. Okay, good. We have ourselves a big map here, and I love it because almost everything is labeled. But here's the here's the but part of it, is that I just wanted something a little bit visible, and I'm not actually selling the chicken in the chicken stall. There's actually the plan to gift it away for free. So I want to put it somewhat visible near the portal, because of course if people show up, and sort of a good spot to think of as central, then they can see it. But I also don't want to ruin the tree line, I guess, skyline. Debating. Throw it on this side, I think. Right, now. What did we have? I'm just going to take a quick boo. I'm not in the eyes. Not actually. Oh, okay. Today's question of the day. Oh, we need a new question of the day. If one of the mods wants to take care of that, that would be helpful. Box of chicken. What? There it is. So the new one is, what is one thing you go buy every time you go grocery shopping because it's so good? So it's not even, I can't recall why there was a family-friendly reminder on that one. But yeah, so what is something you buy because it's so good? Usually sometimes it's your guilty pleasure. I mean, for some people that'd be like chocolate. Now, I will say Carnage Joe and Dramasmith have access to some of the best chocolate on the planet. Their Cadbury chocolate, and people across the pond in the UK direction actually get better chocolate, I swear, than the rest of us do. Let's see. I'm trying to decide on or I can take that out. Okay. So they get some of the better Cadbury chocolate. So the Cadbury chocolate that we get in North America isn't actually even Cadbury. Isn't that a shame? But yeah, it's not Cadbury. It would be nice, but it's not. Technically it's owned by Hershey's. They bought the name, and they bought out the competition in North America. So our Cadbury chocolate, awful by comparison. It'll do, but I prefer imported stuff. Like, as weird as it is, give me a Flake bar any day. Yeah, no, I agree. I wouldn't say it's yucky. I mean, it's chocolate, but it's not chocolate. It's like the difference between having, okay, we'll diss one. Like Milo, I think you guys have out there. I'm sorry, I can't handle Milo. It's not my thing, but that's like Milo versus, in that case, Hershey chocolate if you're making like a hot cocoa. But even better drinking chocolate, like the European drinking chocolate, is really far more my thing, I guess you could say. 2, 1, 3, 4, okay. What else have I got here? Oh, and I forgot the birch. Dang it. Well, that's okay. We'll go without the birch for now. Most people don't like building in birch. The fact that I can survive it. You're kidding me. Really? I swear this, if it's not the music today, it's the weather. Oh, hush. Hush. Every time I actually come to do something sensible at the shopping district, I always have to ride the roller coaster. So there's definitely going to be a roller coaster ride in here this day as well. So, something basic. Ultra basic means it doesn't have to be ultra fancy, right? Fantastic Sherlock Fox actually gave me the idea for this stand, and I'm very appreciative because I think it's going to be a little bit of a lark. Okay, so yeah, but the Aussies have amazing chocolate out there. We don't often get imported Aussie stuff in Canada. We get usually the UK stuff, but at least that's better than what we have up here. Whereas the red first. Oh, sorry, Joe. Yeah, I should warn you, and this is part of where my conversation come from. The auto moderation in this thing, fine, be that way. Auto moderation in this channel is a little fussy. It seems to be mostly just Twitch material, mostly just Twitch control, but for some reason it does not, and I swear up and down it's not me, it does not like ellipses. I have not been able to figure out why. I've added it as a permitted term, but it doesn't like it. On the other hand, I guess one could argue turnabout is fair play because I did a stupid thing and said something dumb in Joe's channel last week, referring to teenagers who can eat a lot of food and they make parents have to buy lots and so on. That was what I was referring to, but the phrase I used can be partially also used as a crude phrase, and the game did not like that at all, so it timed me out during Joe's stream. So, you know, guess you can't always predict what's going on, right? Okay, ew, don't like that, actually. Here, throw an extra row in there. Let's make it a little more faux round. If you could round blocks like that. Okay, I think that might work better. Alrighty, so okay, we are missing. What did I miss? Oh, did I bring? I asked myself if I brought stuff, and I can't remember what I brought. This is just going to be a quick throw together. I can't remember if that's going to be enough. I don't think so. Oops. I might actually go steal my anvil from my shop for now. Nobody really needs that. That. I will have enough or not. 3 blocks? 7, no, definitely won't. Okay. So, we need the other box. Yeah. Alright. Uh-oh. Incoming. Wall. There we go. Okay, so, for curiosity, Fantastic Sherlock Fox does the majority of the shopping in our house. I would love to know from him what guilty pleasure type item, food-wise, that he might actually regularly purchase. I would probably say potato chips, but I mean, you know, for some people that's just food. So, that's fine. Try and do a quick count while I'm here. Okay, two. Yeah, you really can't see stuff. Okay. So I had the armor stands. I've just been procrastinating on putting heads on them, and then leather armor. I just had to remember whether I had 2 guys in here or 3. Right. That was a bit of a scrape landing, but yeah. I've come in hard too many times. But I appreciate the support on that one, because I've only been flying for, what, a couple weeks now, I guess? And that sounds weird to even care about, but the fact that prior to this, the only flying I'd ever done was creative or a glider in modded. And actually, one of the biggest laughs, I laughed when I crashed on stream, learning to fly. Like I made it through most of that stream, and then I crashed at the very end. I laughed really hard during that. Got the paper. But the biggest laugh I've had so far, actually, was I was flying back from that store, intending to land somewhere around here. I can't remember what I was going to do. Oh, go to the roller coaster. Anyways, but instead of landing up by the roller coaster entrance over there, I landed over here, except I landed too far out. And so I was all excited. Yay, I can fly. This is good. I'm flying around. And then I landed in the death snow. So it was just, yes, I dropped all my stuff and had to come back and get it. And that was fun. Okay, so we are into names time. I may beg off from somebody on server later to get a bit of glow ink, just one piece, just to be able to put a free sign on the corner. But in the meantime, I'm going to just throw a couple of signs up here. I'm not going to bother with the hyphens because, you know, the signs kind of hyphenate themselves. I'm going to do it this way. Oh, maybe I'll drop it down one more. Yeah, that'll work better. I'm dropping it down. Oh, okay. This one. Hello there, Benson. Good to see you. Oh, whoops. I did it again. Yeah, the other one looks better. This one. We are Canadian after all. Okay, so this way. That one. What do we call this? Whoa! Whoops! Here we go. Let's go to see where this is going. Nope. Yeah, I can't read chat while I'm doing this, unfortunately, because I can't spell as it is. Okay. I'll step. Good. And then 4. Let's see. There we go. So that's the basic idea, and then I'm going to throw a couple of armor stands in there with villager heads and such on it. That just looks pretty weird with only one fence. There we go, that balances. Salty snacks. I don't often go shopping because I come up with all kinds of weird stuff to buy for whatever the reason is. Anything from fruits and nuts to like some sort of thing from the new aisles. To find. Oh no, that's not. Back one. Wrong box. Dump, 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 dump. So it's just something really basic. And then I need to just fill it up with chicken. I obviously need to return with the paper and the armor stand, guys, as I'm not spending mangrove on armor stands. Ooh, Turkish bread phase. Interesting. Fantastic Sherlock Fox and his focaccia bread look things. It's actually funny because sometimes it reminds me just how much my kids and Fantastic Sherlock Fox are alike. I mean, for good reason, obviously, but it is kind of amusing sometimes to note, that he likes something and next thing you know, the kids suddenly like it. There are exceptions. I mean, we couldn't get the kids to like avocado. That'd just never be a thing. But, yeah. Okay. That snowback. Yeah. And around here, you're going to get replenished snow layers anyways. I can't do it because of the lines. Ooh. Okay, fine. Snow block then. There we go. That's it. Alrighty. Ditch anything I don't need, so I don't need stone. Base. Work. Rounds. Oh. I'm going to have a bit creeper problem soon. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's all. Generally all she wrote for this one. So the boxes can be on our way. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not too I'm not too fussed about. I'm gonna come back with some lighting and stuff as well because that's great, but I'm not too fussed about putting the snow back, just because I know it's gonna snow itself. Kalamata olives. Ooh. Yeah. My brain has sort of a order of operations, and a lot of the half stack part is actually more just that I haven't spent enough time AFK to get the chicken cooker to be able to give me enough for full stacks yet. So once I've got that, I'll change up the sign to full, but for the time being. Oh, wrong one. It feels weird not riding the train for a change. And I had a horse, I never bothered to name it. It's alive, so I'm not gonna name it Bojangles. Because besides, that's been done, and, oh, actually I do have a silly name for it. Got it. Not going anywhere, I could probably give him a different name. Goodness, Benson. I seriously hope that at some point you don't end up having to add, high sodium levels to the list of medical concerns. It would just be unpleasant. But I can't blame you. I like my fault just a little too much, too. What was I here for? Oh, right. I wanted paper, big one, and lighting. Start with the lighting. 10 should more than do it. And paper. Oh, right, armor stands. I'm trying to think ahead and it's not working. Depending on what you've done with your drink, honestly, I can't blame you. I know there's people who ask for caramel, this or that kind of thing, and I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I haven't chopped enough oak lately, so I still have a gazillion birch planks, so let's just get rid of those. There's 6. Don't think I need them. Slabs. Which ones were they? Oh, I can't spell. There we go. Looking for one. Does it have to be smooth? It does have to be. Have any? There. Go, plenty. It's just. Oh, definitely don't need 3. 4, I mean. Got way too many there. It'll work before that stand. Never hurts to have an extra. Right. Box. I do. That bit back. The other part stacks. Great. Let's see, who do we want? Oh, not you. Ugly. Greater heads. Oh, not really. You're out in the snow. Let's go with your head. Oh. That. Head. Come on. Get the head back. Fine. Okay, we're gonna go with that one. Where am I? And there. 3. Other workers, unemployed. Okay. I've got 2 and 2 at my various shops. That should work. And I'm just going to check on the leather armor, see if we've got any. It is, yeah, it was an accidental one. I mean, unemployed ones, obviously, when I ended up with nitwits, it was not going to work in my trading hall, so I had to get rid of them. And then we had a couple of actual accidents. What happened is I had a couple of them running around with the they're running around with iron golems in there, which were just proving problematic. It was in my way, so I got frustrated and shot the iron golem with flame on the bow. So unfortunately, the iron golem managed to successfully light a couple of villagers on fire. It was not happy. I have not intentionally fired anybody. There's actually a few of them that have thou shalt be fired tags on them, but not okay. This one, I know that. And other armor, right? Median. Bow. Head. Light. That's awkward. No, I'm not going to dye them for that. Gross. Gross. I think I'm going to leave them all in their browns. That. 2. Great, I can dress 2 of you up. That's not helpful. That's what I got. Iron chestplate, sure, that'll work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, color themes for the 2 locations. So for the leather ones on the chicken stall, and we'll just throw the iron ones on. It's just, that's what I had. Ooh, leather tunic. Sure, you'll be the supervisor. Why not? Alrighty. Definite communication issue. That's the other thing, is I don't like getting iron golems inside the trading hall. So I've seen a couple of different people do things where they have taken out dividers between between the villagers, and just use something like honey to prevent them from jumping up on their stands. 7, 7, 7. Come on. 3, really? Yeah, that's fine. I don't really feel like killing things. But yeah, so they have them using honey. My concern that I have not experimented with is whether or not the villagers would, whether or not the villagers would jump out anyways, or not jump out, start talking to each other. If they start talking to each other, we have all kinds of challenges because then we end up with the golems again. So I just, you know, like this one. Oh. All right. No, I do not have a singing thing, but we'll name him one of the Rat Pack. Okay. I think my brain's going, do I have everything? Heads for the villagers. And an extra. That's fine. Uniforms. Okay, we're fine. Oh, paper. That's the other piece. I'm going to kick myself if I don't bring the paper again. Oh, just a bit. Okay. Let's just grab X. Here. That might help if I actually pick the right thing, you know? No, I just looked at that and went, huh. This is going to be full. Yep, that's not. Back all of it? No. That's fine. Throw it in here for now. Yeah, if anybody on the Java server needs iron, got that and that. I actually had to slow down the farm by leaving the zombie at the bottom. And it works to slow it down. It's not off, obviously, but it works because by inverting the daylight sensor, then the villagers get to go to bed before the zombie pops up and he doesn't wake them up in their sleep, so it's all good. In answer to Benson's question of how am I today, well, for some reason I don't understand, I actually had a really, really weird set of like extra strong butterflies about stream this morning. And I haven't quite figured out why, because I'm not doing anything super exciting or super notable, any different than usual. And the internal monologue of nasty, insulting self-criticism was really, really rough overnight in what I woke up to this morning. Like, I really wanted to tell it off, but even though I did... Come on, you. You... There. Thank you. So, there's one for you, Joe, just because I can. Alright. No, I didn't. Thank you for catching me while I'm here. Good reminder, Joe. See? You can be my secretary. So, butterflies are slowly disappearing, because, I don't know why, but having that stall mostly work is good. Noting that the church tower is actually farther along than I originally had thought it was is... Oh. Yes, I have a few of those. Okay, let's just pull these away. Too much. That. There. Too much leather, and I don't just waste a slot on it. There's a bit of an ongoing gag where we're bugging... a bit of an ongoing gag where we're bugging Carnage Joe because accidents tend to happen to her horses, and so there's a bit of a related name thing going on there. She named hers Bojangles. I'm quite a fan of Sammy Davis Jr. from the Rat Pack, but also that one of his songs he was somewhat known for was singing about Mr. Bojangles. So yeah, there's my connection. Oh. Benson. Okay. If I hadn't noticed that, I do now. I'm kind of speechless for two reasons. One is, I mean, if sub-bombs are awesome in the first place, but... Oh, I got the paper now, right? Might as well grab some more, that won't last long. But another reason is because you have the honor of being the very first person to gift anybody a sub in this channel. Second thing, I need to... There we go. Second thing I need to make you aware of really quickly is I haven't gotten around to actually setting up a Dono page instead. The reason is because, as Joe and Adrema might be able to attest, the conversion rates in... I'm going to keep yakking, I'm just going to change screens. The conversion rates in Twitch to Canadian dollars is really, really sad by the time you consider payouts and the extra fees for releasing internationally and so on and so forth. So it's a bit stupid, which means that I'm going to get round. Here we go. Going to get round to what's the word? Setting that up and recommending people do otherwise. I really appreciate the support though. Like, it's totally cool, and it also reminds me I need to get on it to find a commission and just get some emotes made. But part of the reason I hadn't done that yet is because everybody will always, number one, ask, what's your theme and where are you going to? Right? Where's your aim? Where's your target, I guess you could say? And I had to figure out a little bit more about who I was before I could handle that. So, yeah. Anyway, so what we do around here, if you haven't dropped in before, is that first off, when our server reboots, I do a really quick break of about 5 minutes of Lego. And so we've been building the Hogwarts Moment book of the Divination class. So, right here, okay, I got into that one. So we're working on the interior of the book. We've got a couple of gold pieces that need to go on the corners. Well, yeah, we get a terrible payout from the bits. I mean, basically, the conversion of what gets sent to Americans is still accurate. Like, they still do that. It's just that, like, how much of the cut you get, I guess, from Twitch is the same. But it's the conversion when they charge you the fees for the international version, like how much it's going to cost you to get a check or whatever, versus that, and then of course you do the American to Canadian actual currency swap, and it just ends up being really ridiculous. Doesn't mean no thank you. It just means that there might be more other financially effective ways. On the other hand, that said, you know, because this stream is still young, 6 months young, but still young, that if I can get myself going to get a few more follower remote slots, then I can put some more interesting stuff in there. All right. The other thing, if those people watching are so inclined and don't know what to do with their channel points, we've got probably less than 15 days left. I'm just guesstimating, not looking here. But there is a community challenge going that just will let me know whether or not you guys are interested in a stream that does nothing but take one of the Hogwarts Lego kits and build it from end to end. So it would be probably either the hospital wing from this year's collection, or it would probably be the Hogwarts trunk, I think. Magic trunk, they call it. So basically, it's like a little diorama set. You can choose rooms. I only own one, so we'd end up having to decide which kit or which design inside to build, or some myriad version combination thereof. But that's where we're at with that one. And yeah, the other, I got a third one. So the other option would be Hogwarts First Flying Lesson. Now, that's only 264 pieces, as opposed to we're looking at things like, 603 pieces or 510. So we'd have to see, based on rough timings, how long it took. Because, I mean, it could be a short stream, it could be a long stream. And if it turns out that people aren't so interested, I may just go build one of those myself anyways. Or I'm also toying with the idea of potentially doing it as a YouTube stream, just because here people joined for the Minecraft. People were interested in the stream at all because of the Minecraft. Whereas I'm not hung on YouTube, but it's interesting, the VODs, when I upload them to YouTube, just to see like storage more or less, but see what people watch over there. As soon as I started putting the Lego tag in the titles, I started getting more views. and the short about just touring what my back shelf is behind me here of my Harry Potter Lego collection, and a really brief tour at that. That got a good number of views, so it looks like that's where the home of the Lego interest was. I think it's just search terms and stuff. I also know that I'm not changing my title for this. I should be changing my title every time I go to Lego, and I keep forgetting. So yeah. All right. Yeah, the conversions do suck, but that's okay. You know, I think part of the reason that I'm looking at a dono page instead is I really don't need it. Like, I appreciate it, and it unlocks a lot of cool features. So really, that's why I look at it as, what can I do for you guys or the subs? But the other side of it is also that the dono page is for people who want to donate anyways. You know, so I'm going to work on that. No idea when that's going to get ready, because I've got other things that I want to figure out first. But anyways, we've got some auto stuff where I'm going to try and get, like, I can teach this bot that when I change scenes to the Lego scene, it automatically runs the version of the set title command, so that it automatically switches to saying, hey, I'm doing Lego and I'm now in the makers and crafting category for the next 10 minutes or whatever. And then when I go back to the other scene, if I'm not in the correct category, that it actually does it, or it sends a reminder to the mods. That was a ding, and I'm trying to figure out what that was from. Weird. No, I agree, and I was looking at an artist. There's an artist page that I love their phrasing on the About panel. Simply say, put down your wallet. Okay? Don't, put it down, back away slowly, leave it alone, because we enjoy you just as it is. And that's where my primary is going to always be, what can I do with the follower emotes that are pretty awesome? But the other thing is, subbed emotes can be used outside the channel. My stick there, whereas the follower emotes cannot. Ah, that's what the ding was. My alarm's over. Okay. Finish up this step. There. So I also need to work on the lighting in the station, because if I lean over, it's shadowy, and then... Yeah. But I try to lamp off the side and it bounces off before you see my phone in the corner there, which I also need to remind myself that. So I'm also... mental note for myself, just saying it out loud so that Fantastic Shop Fox hears it too. I'm probably going to put some painter's tape across this desk, just to remind me where my borders are, just so that I know when people are, where the cameras are, so I know how wide I can spread. All right. Thank you very, very much for coming by, Drama Smith. I appreciate it. Oh, try that again, not so robotic. So thank you very much, Drama Smith, for dropping by. I really, honestly, thank you for your support and for dropping in. And if I remember, I'll actually try and get the notifications posted in your Discord on a regular basis. I have to manually do them, and some of the other ones are automatic, so I just forget about it. So let's rock and roll back to the live screen. Fresh. Yeah, and I'll touch base with you a little bit later, Drama, regarding one of your questions I didn't fully answer, but not a big deal at the moment. Paper. I'm gonna fill up what I've got here, and then we can head over and drop it off, and then come back and do some church building. Because while I'm over there, I really, really want to do the roller coaster. I just enjoy that thing to high heaven. So we've got one of our server mates that I'll give you a quick talk about. But thank you so much for dropping by. So anyway, sorry, derailed. Squirrel! But one of our great server mates has done a fantastic job. Why do I have extras? Weird. Oops. Spell. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna work. Let's try this again. I do know better. Really. Some days I do. Here. Okay, there we go. I know. Did that. I ended up with 2. I'm not really sure. I guess things just aren't divisible by 3. That's probably all it is. Is there anything else? No. Okay. I'm gonna go in there with the wrong hat again. It really shouldn't matter which hat I've got on, but the piglins can be a little bit of a pain in the neck. So they're in your face. Okay, now, while I was putzing around, let's just take one quick look and see if we happen to get any chicken while we're at it. I don't think so, but from where I am inside the building, I can't hear the chicken thing. Ooh, yay! There you go. Actually, that would make fun. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. There we go. The reason I wanted a picture with that weird stuff in my hands is it would work well for a decent thumbnail. I'm starting to try and teach myself thumbnails. I figured I should probably put them on my VODs when I put them up to YouTube. But it makes it easier for playlists and such, but I just haven't got around to it. I'm assuming, Joe, just being frank, that even though she's in a different state than you are, I'm assuming that it's pretty late for you as well. So if you do need to disappear and head off to bed because you have to work tomorrow, by all means, go for it. No skin off my nose, so to speak. There we go. Why are you wearing a gold helmet? It's not like they're going to ignore you with a helmet like that on. Okay. Yeah, it's probably pretty late. Jeepers creepers, lady, go to bed. You keep telling me to go to bed. I don't necessarily want to keep you up till 4 in the morning. Alright. I admit, I stay for all of Joe's streams, which, I'm not going to do the math right at this very moment, but she said it's 3:11 a.m., and it's 11 a.m. for me. So, that gives you a good idea of the discrepancy in our time zones. But the fact that she's here is both good and are you nuts all at the same time. Alright, so you can just stand in the corners, sure. Because, yeah, I made it only 4 wide. Crazy Canadians. Okay. That'll do. Okay, let's see. On a leather worker or an unemployed person? I've never really noticed the differences in their faces. Like, I'm not really sure. If you look at them visually, what the difference is. If anybody off the top of their head knows what I should be looking for that are different. I guess if it's freebies, unemployed might be a good plan. And then we'll give you the hat over here. This. Here, your head. Here. That is kind of weird looking, actually. Not really a helmet, per se. Whatever. Okay. There. You know what? I can break it up. And there we go. Alright. We'll just fly over and throw these guys might need... Nope, they're fine. I was gonna say they might need pants, but no, they're not. As long as you're not jumping up on things. Okay. Ooh, let's not fall over the edge there. Ow. Aiming just a little bit hard on that one. Okay, okay. Hope you didn't like set yourself an alarm or something, or it's just like, insomnia, which stinks in itself. You know, blue light and all that jazz. But I'm gonna put one of each on here. What it looks like. What is the difference? Seriously? I named them something different. They won't stack. But I swear those heads are the same. Yeah. I do actually intend to get back to doing some, for me, evening slot streams. They're a little bit better for you, not a whole lot, but I do intend to get back to that. Part of it was of late, the kids home and all that sort of stuff. I've been starting at really weird times in the evenings, so I don't always get stuff done. The other thing is with the kids home, then I'm not actually doing the grindy bits between streams, off screen during the day. And so, yeah, evening streams may happen in the fall. I also need to figure out when would be the best, because we're going to have 4 days a week that have activities on. So we'll just see how that goes. The other part of it is that I'm trying to be kind to the server mates here and not always stream in windows they could use. So we have a nice couple, the Dynamites, Dub Dynamite and Mrs. Dynamite, who stream, and they're very courteous not to be on top of my slots. So I'm trying not to be on top of theirs, or the ones that they could use. But we may see. It might start being Fridays, just because that way I'm avoiding colliding with the other ones. But yeah, you know, I was up here for some reason. I can't remember why I came up here. But, oh, right, lighting. There was a reason. Lighting. Let's see. Okay. Whoop. Insomnia. You do you. I do not have a permit. There's no permit for being me. Alright. There we go. Ooh. Right there. Lots of light. Alright. That's good enough. So, let's head off to the roller coaster, and then we're gonna head back again. One of our server mates goes by Stoner Miner. He's not on at the moment, but we often call him Brian. He oh, I'm jumping. Whoops. Good evening, Creef. Good time zone to you. So he's built a lovely roller. Hello. He's built a lovely roller coaster, and I'm actually just going to throw on some resource packs here. Let's see. In a really weird combination. Start with. Okay. I have a weird combination of stuff that I often put in here. Let's see if we can get it to work properly. That. What? Yes, I don't care. Or no, not really. Lines. I know. A lot of these are made for 118, and the system, of course, complains bitterly. And that's not set up right. Orders? No, I don't care. Think. Why not? Put it in there just in case. Love this one. Related. Okay. And yes. Make sure I've got it in. That in there. Okay. Do I care? Are these all the button at the top? Always want that one at the top. And I've just got 3 more to put in, and we're good. I know this is kind of a weird combination to be putting all of these in. Pocket that one up to the top. I think that's everything. Yeah. Don't really want lower fire at the moment. Redstone doesn't matter. This fire. got a couple of places in our in the roller coaster ride where things can do hurt you a little bit, but it's not a big deal. So that's the only piece to worry about. Done. Yeah, we don't often get some of the overnight crew. So Creef is part of the overnight crew, and Carnage Joe is part of the overnight crew. So Creef, it's evening. For Joe, it's the middle of the night. And for me, it's actually 40 minutes before noon. So get a lot of round-the-clock people around here. Okay, last piece. Options. Oh, I don't want that. I want that one. Okay. Done. All right. So it looks great in vanilla. I mean, I took my kids through it last week in both vanilla and with shaders, and they loved both. But I quite like the shaders version, which is kind of fun. They've got a pretty good system here. The whole thing, you start here, go through the ride, and then it pops out at the end, and it goes down this little rack, and then drops the cart back. So you get dumped off before that happens. You can actually see, like, you get bumped out here. And then you can, if you're fast enough, you can actually watch the cart go back. Collection point. This is our server mate, Brian. Heads look nice and somewhat normal in this. And once we get started here, I'm going to actually shut down my user interface so that we can see what's going on. Letting you know I may change the mouse around a little bit. There's a few points in here that if I catch it properly, I can avoid being motion sick. Go. Oh, I got dumped out. That was not good. Okay. Go on. That cart's going to be a problem, so if I find it, I will take it out. Yeah. That cart's in the way. We're going to have to keep ourselves rolling as much as we can. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's try something here. Periodically, there's a cart that just ends up in the road. Where are you? You have to start that one over again. Down to the, whoa. Not quite big enough for me to fly. Okay. Normally, whoa. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Gonna really? Okay, come on. Almost fails. About this one. Yep. Oh, that's not what I expected. All right. Well, oops. Oops on my part. All right. Well, guess I'm headed back to spawn. Okay. Death. Let's move that one. Oh. Yeah. Oops. I thought I had slept at spawn. Okay. Well, guess not. That's okay. So this is going to be interesting because I'm not sure if I can get my stuff back from that spot. I may end up spending some off-screen rebuild time. Have to see. Oh, fiddle. It just occurred to me, not just that I have to run from the Iglin, but that I didn't grab a bucket of water. That would have been insane. Glenn makes mistakes. Okay. You don't care, thank heaven. Piglin guy's in here. Keep moving, just keep moving. Yeah. That's actually my plan, Creep, is to take another one. I will drop down at the bottom, we'll see what gets picked up. Or stop. Let's do this. If we have any other boo-boos, at least they'll show up a little closer. I'm jumping. Okay, let's see how far we get. I'm not sure why there are extra carts on the track from time to time. I mean, it could be from the work that Brian's been doing. Hey, what did I get? Oh, some of it. Yeah. Okay, so extra carts. Do I have... No, I don't have X. What am I doing? Oh. Stop by that other cart. Find it. Uh-oh. That's not good. Come on, come on. Got a later this time. What? Yeah, I can't fly. Okay, well, that's gonna be a pain in the butt. So much for the church building. Okay, so let's start with... Uh-oh. I'll have my nice boots. That might help. That might help. Starting with those. Elytra. That. Sure, just in case. Hurt. Health or no. Okay, pink. I don't want to take too much stuff because my inventory didn't have a ton of space. Close enough. Now I have to leave that there because I put an X in there. Wow, smart Dylan. Toolbox. Wrong one, I need pants, not the shirt. Got it. I have extra pants in. That. Right. Close enough. Normally it's beautiful, but yes, extra stuff on the track is bad. Oh! You make an excellent point, Creep. Yeah, excellent point. Uh-oh. After the hill, a great plan. Okay. We're gonna get kicked out a few times. Whoa, you too. Bit of a shame though, because I know some of the things I lost there involved netherite pants and stuff, and I don't have a whole ton of netherite, but oh well. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No, you don't. Oh. So this mountain, the majority of it was actually built by hand. As I understand it, there was a cave there to begin with, but just about all the contents were built by hand, and the mountain itself was augmented. So I'm not sure how much of the original building itself was here. And it looks like I got back whatever it is I'm going to get back. That's it. That's okay. I love the way that they've made use of the conduits for people to be able to breathe underwater, and the drops are pretty cool. Yeah, like I keep asking Australians to go to bed, a fantastic show of classes and meetings, and really, meetings come first. What are you doing here? I'm always spoiled when people choose to be here. So it's just a bit of a shame that we actually had some challenges in here, because now I know I'll be doing some netherite mining. But that's okay. I do have to be careful of there are some dark spots for good reason. We'd love, our stoner miner was telling me that he would love to make this a dark ride if he could, but the problem is, of course, it doesn't qualify as lit up and all kinds of things spawn can get to you. But unless he put us inside a glass tunnel, which I'm glad he did not, that all sorts of things could get to you and cause problems, like skeletons and so on and so forth. And so there are some creepers that hide out. He just said that if I ever get stopped, and a creeper actually blows stuff up to let him know. So I haven't had to do that, but I've let him know a couple times when a creeper spawns, just so that either A, he stays away, or B, he figures out where that spot is. The thing is, though, it's not a creeper-only situation. Besides, there's people like me who do dumb things like jumping down shafts and losing stuff. Being Tuesday, yeah, can't remember where I was going with that thought. Alrighty, so we are just about done. To fairly soon dump us out on, come on, where's the front? Oh right, it's a bit, okay. There we go, so it dumps you out, and you can watch the cart. It comes down its little track, right? And it goes around back into storage, which I would dump this extra one back into storage as well. Probably easier, here. Oh, there you go. Alright. Well, that was an adventure that I didn't plan to have. Let's see, what do we lose? Netherite pants. Actually, that's about it. Netherite pants is basically all I cared about. I'm sure there's probably some other stuff, like shovels and things, but it was only diamond, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, whatever. Alright, well, that's okay. I'll roll back in between and just take a quick screenshot of my VOD later on just to see what it was I was carrying and to see if I cared about any of that. But otherwise, yeah, Pretty cool. Let's go back to head out this way. Wrap ourselves around. Just quickly sleep off the night, and then head back and see if we can the church building to wrap up the tail end of the stream. Now, pursuant to the church building, I'm just about done the first side, the first tower side. Muddled through a bunch of it, but I like the way it's turning out, finally. I like the way... Who built the roller coaster? That was built by Stoner Miner, aka Brian, on Dadcraft community. Of course, this is the Dadcraft server. And Brian builds some amazing stuff. I mean, like the majority of... Well, not majority. This was built by him. Now, there are times I have no real clue. I mean, that was a Brian thing. The whole rail system is a Brian thing. Oh, my other Elytra, that's what I lost. Dang nabbit. Good thing I bought spares. Here. So, yes, Brian built that, and there are times I have no clue for sure which items were built by Brian, or which items were built by Zerks or other enterprising individuals. I mean, I know that the theater was a Zerk thing, which is pretty cool. I still love our little theater. It's actually funny because I had never actually tripped my way into how to get into the balcony seating before. When my kids were going, "Hey, what's that door do? What's that door do?" We were going in and out of everything, and so yeah, I finally figured out how to get to the balcony seating. So kind of cool. I didn't put any graffiti in there, but boy, I was tempted. Put a little sign like Delenn was here, or something like that. Bang, head here. Couple more times. Okay. Yeah, good sword, shield. Oh man. Well, it's a pain. It happens, but it's a pain. But at least I have Elytra I can use to work on the building. So the ones that I lost were named Red Bull, and these ones are Wingardium Leviosa. Yeah. Leviosa. My kids got a kick out of that when they saw the name. I'm actually just gonna get myself pants just before we get too far here. Now, I'm building in sandstone. I'm just not going to bother taking the shaders off at the moment, just because we'll need to. Well, maybe I might kill the shaders, but I'm not going to bother resource pack mess, just because. Yeah, that is one of the disadvantages. Is I like the resource pack except for this. Breaking 2. And breaking 3. Okay, you're better. Actually, no. With your pants, bud. Fashion-wise, that's not too bad. I picked to do the work with. Anything else I need? These away. Oh. Right. Back to sand buildings for the last one. Oh. My kids asked me why do I have a gate up high, and I actually never really did answer them. But long story made short on that is, or the reason I have gate up there is that in most cases that's all I need if I'm just like going AFK and hanging out in a spot where there would be a sight line. Most cases I'm fine, but it looks like nope. 43 frames, man. No, not a good thing here. Shaders are gone. All right, but in most cases I'm good with that. That's all I need. But, ow, complete blank. The apples are I'm going to start using. Out of the way. Carrots. Alright. Asking me something. I don't know. Not halfway through a story. That's really embarrassing because I've gotten that far before I spaced before. The okay. Random junk box? Wait, things that I mind losing. Oh, whatever. So it was a pillow fight that won the day, my goodness. Right. And stone. Oh, right, okay. And stone resist. Oh, man. What? And it is regulars not. Balls, always need balls. I think that's it? Okay. Let's pull up the reference picture really quickly. So we're working on this. Now, where I was going with it was I'm just about done the front part of it. You can see that we're getting there. I'm gonna fill in the block with blue, and I forgot to bring that, but that's not the big deal. But then once I get the outside done, I was looking on the net, checking out the next 3 sides. And the fourth one, of course, in the back behind this is going to be a much shorter. But the 2 side ones, the one on the sheep farm side, so to your left, has top window and a clock. The one to the right just has a clock, and then it's all solid from there down. So what I'm going to do with those 2 is I'm actually just going to probably go Cheaty McCheaterson to pick up some space here, some time, to recover some time that I've blown so far. And I'm going to fix front because I'm supposed to have some more of those stairs. What was that? Oh, I kept them. Fourth stairs. There we go. Bone blocks. I need that. But for the solid part, what I'm actually going to do is just use Litematicas, and they're super speedy paint by numbers format. So what I can do with the Litematica part is for the portion I want, and actually literally just turn on quick place, make all the blocks in my inventory, and just like paint back and forth. And it's definitely cheaty, but for the purposes of what we're up to, I think it'll help us recover some time. Yeah. So base theme this season is all mystery and mystery books. So this tower, and the picture you're seeing there, the church is really called St. Peter and St. Paul's. And the St. Peter and St. Paul's Church was actually used as the filming location in the most recent BBC adaptation of the Father Brown mysteries. And they were, written by G.K. Chesterton. So Father Brown is a nice, of course, parish priest, and Catholic parish priest, sorry. And yeah, they have a church that looks like that. And in the books and the TV series, it's called St. Mary's. Apparently, from what I understand, they actually get approval from the actual church diocese in the area to A, do the filming, but also B, to have permission to rename the church, because they're not really allowed to do that sort of thing without permission. And it's not official rename, it's just that's what it is. But I do find it mildly amusing because just one of those did you know random useless facts is that I'm building this in Minecraft, and I got a chuckle when I realized that the original filming location is actually in a place in England legit named Blockley. So I just thought that was kind of cool. Benson, I really appreciate that you like this one, because builds that you've been posting in Dadcraft's Discord knock my socks off, and people who've been watching the streams regularly, including yourself, can definitely vouch that this is not my forte. I really enjoy it, as in like when it comes out right, I can feel proud of it. But when it's not working, it's very, very frustrating and disheartening. So yeah, where we are today in that picture, which I forgot to bring my own copy of. Ha 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 ha, silly. Minecraft stuff. But where was it going? We're going today with it is actually headed up to the tower part at the top. We're starting to make the corners, or the roof and the corners thereof. So I'm just trying to get my reference picture out of the way. Windows and multi-monitors can be a real pain trying to find out where to grab your picture that it actually shows correctly. Yeah, the detail is actually the part that was frustrating. Is I had wanted a higher level of detail than what you see here in bedtime. The problem was that I tried it, and unfortunately the scale was getting ridiculous. This one is still wrong by a good margin. When you think about it in Minecraft, you've got one... Basically, if you ballpark it, in Canada we teach our kids that a household door is roughly 2 meters tall. So when you look at it, or in an American sense, like each Minecraft block is 1 meter by 1 meter, cubic sort of thing. And then, but in the US, that's approximately 3 foot 3 inches. So if you take a look at that compared to, say, the picture you're seeing on the screen, that means that this door has actually become 1, 2, 4, 5 and a bit meters tall, which is absolutely ridiculous. The door itself is probably only like 2.5 at best, because you see real people going through it, and when they open the door, they only open part from like the little cross beams on down. So yeah, that didn't work. Okay. But that just means that my scale is closer to, we'll ballpark it at 0.5 meter. So yeah, the detail, challenging. On the actual building, of course, you'd have every level of the columns on the edges getting smaller and smaller. And I tried that by making things double wide and then going down to single, then going down to a wall, and it... So I've also realized one other thing. 2 major problems is, one, placement sucks, and there's another reason that I might use the Lightmatic and painting. I may actually tear us down and rebuild it. That's why I not want to do it block by block. But if you take a look at the distance that I've got between the tower and the train, even if it was correctly 1-to-1 scale, assuming I could take out more detail, the church would probably still crash into the train. Now, although the train is overall physically smaller, it's a lot more complex, so picking up and moving the train is a far bigger pain in the butt, particularly since a lot of detail inside the cars that is not in my schematics. I can't just pick up and place it because I don't have the access to copy paste or cut paste. So then if I was to do the back section, then I would actually need to move this whole tower. I'm debating going ahead with it anyways, as in like build the tower section and call it a day, because really it's only representative and not actually throw the building on. We'll see. The other thought I'd actually had potentially was to rotate the whole building and actually amusingly put a portal inside the door and then build the rest of the church out this way. So yeah, but one way or the other, I still need to get this first phase finished, because I can't even really lay out the other stuff to know what scale I'm looking at until I get the first phase finished. And that also allows me to use Lightmatica to copy paste entrances. Okay, how far did I get in this? Since I can't really do that upper detail, actually, might be able. I have. Double checking. Yes, I'm wearing. I'm wearing Elytra. That's good. Oh, still need some practice on that. But I'm looking at this. No. Regular sandstorm, please. Just the... I could get rockets, but unfortunately, I've discovered I can't land on the top of this. I've tried. I usually come in too hot, or I skitter off the edge like it's ice and just fall off. Not happening. Got enough gear repairs to do as it is. Gear replacements. Alright. Neat. I will admit, as I glance over to OBS, that looks really, really weird on my screen, seeing you guys do that. What? Oh, shoot. Wow. And that texture pack, the Chiseled Sandstone, does nothing. Whatever. Alright. So. Up. I think I just need one more row.
Hello.
You joined at just the right time to be able to join in the fun. Oops. Yeah, I don't want to see how many deaths I had today. Not a fan. How many stupid deaths? 100%. Ooh. I'll just take this layer off afterward if I need to. Very clearly need an upside down set of stairs. So it's not going to be perfect. Normally, there isn't actually normally here, but the lips on these things you can see between the two floors that it's a bit of a pain in the... Oop, not that one. Yeah, it's fine. You can see that there's a bit of a challenge when it comes to going around corners and such. That one. Ball. This is the actual corner of the building. Oh, the other one. You're gonna be a pain, aren't you? Yeah. One by one. So yeah, it's getting there slowly. We're just gonna have to see how things come out. This one. But I've got part of the side of the building, so on these first corners, so I can actually see how things go. Get it to be able to lead to the point of Lake Matica. There. As it comes around the corner, going on. No. Something here looks really weird, and I think I know what I did wrong. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I'll take a look at that and see. But let's move on. Upright stairs above it. You have to fix the ends. Building towers like this is just one of those places where everybody would love to have vertical slabs, and it's never going to happen. Not just because Mojang says, but it's one of those, like, good luck, wishful thinking. Okay, Now, next question. Oh, probably gonna go in a block and just close. Do I have any junk? One block with the wazoos. Oh, good enough. That one's gonna hide the stairs. there's any. Later. Come on, you. Oh. I forgot to get FreeCam installed in between in sessions, so that'll be something we'll have before Thursday. And as we're headed towards the end of the stream slot, that's good. Something looks janky corner, so I have to pull out that one. Other end. Oh, whoops. There. Where did this go? There. But because... Oh, interesting. Huh. Big... Oh. And with eye. Wow. So, yeah, we're getting there. As we wrap it up towards the edge of the stream. So Wednesdays are usually my break from Minecraft. They will probably be my break from Minecraft. I don't know today whether or not there'll be a gear replacement stream later in the evening. That sounds like at the moment it might be worth its while, considering that I've done a bunch of destruction. I mean, it might involve chitter-chattering at people to see if I'm on time. No, we're almost there. But yeah, it might involve chitter-chattering at people just to see what I can get done in terms of replacement. Ow. Okay, that wasn't a smart idea. But it also wouldn't hurt to have spares of the right gear. How'd you like it, Joe? Your opinion is actually very valuable, so I appreciate that. I'm going to try, with the towers on the corner, I'm going to try actually going with pair of walls side by side. I mean that the indentation. Okay, now here, you're not seeing much of the pattern in this particular texture pack. But these are actually regular walls, because of course we don't have smooth sandstone walls. So they will actually be the more modeled sandstone design. Otherwise, not too keen on that, but I don't believe we have much choice. And then grows high, probably. That. Come on. Yeah, as I said in the earlier part of the stream, I had learned to squat. Well, apparently that's not the case. One of those. Oh, wrong way. Badly wrong. Okay. And I get it. The right way. No, not a wall. I'm gonna throw things overboard tonight. Okay. Here. Then the wall is gonna have to come out for everything off. If I can get that to work. Hi. Space. Go. Done. There we go. Then I guess I need to repeat on this side, at least with one. Okay. Here's again. It didn't square off the way I wanted on the back. I'm really puzzled by that, but I guess it's... Repeat on the other side. I got derailed saying what tomorrow is, but tomorrow is usually my break from Minecraft. Love Minecraft to pieces, but there are limits. And so tomorrow's stream is going to be more of the escape simulator. It allows me the grindy time I need to be able to get placements of gear and stuff done. And then Thursday, hopefully we'll have more of the tower to show off. And I will hopefully have made the decision on where I'm going with the placement. So we'll have that part figured out. I really wish I could do something on top here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to pull off. Try it with a wall, but I think that's going to look really janky. Yeah, that looks dumb. Wall just the back. may end up just having to call it right there because we can't get a flat spot in the center to do anything. I've built the corners on the evens. And then the little, you may see it in the back, there's like a third piece sticking up. That's not actually off the front wall, that's actually a peek at the back corner. It's the angle they've got on that photo. How this turned out. Can I? Oh, ouch, missed. Well, could be worse. Actually, that's not... Fine. That's not half bad. I'm still not sure if I'm 100% happy with the roof, but let's get some interior stuff. The backside. Yeah. Yeah, I've got to be facing the other way so that the existing stair will force the, pardon me, that will force the incoming stair to go the correct stair direction. Thank you for this stream. So, while I'm here, before I get myself too tied up, let's go there. So you can see we've had a bit of some oopses today, and got some stuff to go and fix. Thankfully, I didn't blow any holes in the rails up there, so there's nothing to fix in that direction. And perfect timing because my voice is going out. But we are... There we go. So the next stream is tomorrow, same time, same slot. And we'll be doing Escape Simulator. And then on Thursday, we'll come back and we'll do some more of the tower, probably getting some more of it placed and built in a speed format. And then we'll just have to wing it from there and see where we're at. So I wish you all a great rest of your day, great sleep, great afternoon, evening, enjoy, and we will see you again soon. So let's head to the end screen and then find someone that we can raid. Righty. So thanks as always to... Oh, never mind. Okay. Thanks as always to people... Kidding. To Fantastic Sherlock Fox and Benson and to the Zerks for helping with the modding. You can see we've got a bunch of stuff to fix, so I'm just going to clear the credits right now. Forget it. And we shall find ourselves somebody to raid. You can see we started out with an interesting adventure. And thank you. So Foxy and Groova are both online. Does anyone have a preference as to what to go and do? Groova's just placing blocks. I think Foxy is being social with someone else. So I think we're going to probably hit up Groova today. Feel free to give him our best. Let's just see. Do I have... Yeah. If you guys have access, then feel free... Oh. Not. Come on. There we go. If you have access, feel free to copy paste the one with the little sheep toque emote in there. Not actually a toque, but you know. Go ahead. If you don't, then feel free to use the more global one. And say hi to Groova. Wish them all our best. I won't be in for very long. I will drop by, and then I'm going to drop back out again and try and get on to that repairing thing, because it's going to bug me until it's fixed. So I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye for now.
Mischief managed.